Oh, is my lash sticking? I hope to God not. Let's hope we're not having a repeat of that.
Hi, I'm Majenta with a J, and I've been doing drag for 2 weeks.
Hi, I'm Raquel Surpreeze, and I have a bunch of dad jokes and a mom bod.
And she's Georgia and she can't think of anything.
I'm Georgia Flu.
And we're Face Down Queens, and welcome to Fashion Photo Reflu. We're here to judge the looks of Boston Drag Gauntlet Cycle 2, Episode 7. And we are so excited to have our special guest, Raquel Surpreeze.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here finally.
She is a hostess at All-Star Mondays and No Filter at Jacque. And she was also your All-Star Mondays winner for 2015. Yes.
This week was the Whale Watch, the roast of Amanda Playwith. Then they had a sea creature themed number, and then a nautical runway, also inspired by a sea creature.
That was a beast of a challenge, because that's a lot.
So we are going to be looking at all three of their looks and giving them an overall score, but we'll call out if particular looks were especially excellent or not so excellent. This is all about constructive feedback to get better and win this competition.
So first up, we've got Atlas.
So I thought for her roast look, that was really cute. The crab dress and the little crab hat, and that kind of tied into her look for her performance where she had the crab stuff. So I thought that was a really cute tie-in.
I really liked that she did 3 numbers that were all nautical themed. Mm-hmm. So it was nice to see her carry that through, particularly like the hint of the crabs with the first dress leading into the actual crab outfit.
Don't you hate a hint of crabs?
Her anglerfish was actually the least exciting for me. It would have been interesting if she had found a third way to do something crab related, but I know it was just a ton of pressure and not much time to switch looks.
All of her looks are strong, and I also like that she was nautical in all 3. And yeah, I think that her anglerfish runway, as a look, you kind of want that third one to be the strongest. It didn't quite live up to where she had like built it to go. It could have been a little bit more over the top, a little bit more obviously anglerfish.
I actually really appreciate kind of like the lines on it. And I kind of like the simplicity because it kind of gave me that fish streamline look on that. It was more up here that I wish there was just a little bit more of that like fangs or something.
Flip. 778.
Alice has been really strong on this, I think. And I think just don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself.
Next up, we have BINX.
The winner of this week's challenge.
Winner of this week's challenge.
Yes.
I think overall, her first and third looks are like to die for fashion. You talked before in previous weeks about like seeing the most elevated version of some of the more fashion-oriented ones, and I feel like she delivered that with those 2 looks.
I agree.
I do think she kind of slightly phoned in the middle one, and it looks good, but it's not like as exciting.
It's not the same level.
But I give it a pass because the other 2 looks are so strong.
I really like this roast look. I didn't really get to see. I was on the other side of the bar, but I really do like this look. That's a lot of fun. That's really cool. Yeah, the Ariel outfit, it's an Ariel outfit. It's fine, and I really like this runway look. It's really great.
I really do love this third outfit a lot. It's like fashion, but with the claws, she still brought like an element of camp to it. And I love, a monochromatic look.
I would just, moving forward, probably just say try a few different things, maybe like silhouette-wise.
Flip. 1098.
Bitch, I guess, but...
If the second look had been more elevated, this would have been an easy queen shoot for me. Because the other 2, I think, might be my 2 favorite looks that she's done all season.
So next up we have Plain Jane. I think that her first look, it's cute, I'm not excited. The second look, Ursula is kind of such a go-to reference for drag queens. Like, you're just putting yourself up to be compared to a lot of people who have done it really well, and so it kind of falls short for me. But I do love that wig. The last one I really do like quite a bit. I think it's a really cool look. She looks really good. I love a cat suit, but it's not just a cat suit. Like, she's added a lot of really interesting design elements to it.
It didn't feel like she was mimicking a particular animal, but she did look like a sea creature.
Yeah.
Which was clever. I was a little let down by the Ursula thing because it looked so clearly to me like a costume. That final look though was really great.
The third look is definitely the one to talk about here. It's really nice. I really like a lot of the details that's in here. A lot of this fish scale stuff on the gloves, going into like it looks in the shoulders. I like the little jewels on the eyebrows. That's fun. I really liked for Ursula that she did do a parody. I don't know. I guess I would have liked to see like a sluttier version of Ursula to just like go full slutty Ursula.
have your hole out.
Yeah, yeah.
The pink sock dragging behind you.
Yeah, just tentacles that are just buttholes.
Y'all ready? Let's flip. 877. Since the next challenge is an impersonation challenge, and Plain Jane has BINX, who are already very similar and even did identical looks one week.
Yeah.
I think both of them have a big challenge this time to really differentiate themselves without us feeling like we've seen it before.
So next up, we have KIRBIE Fully Loaded.
I love that two of her looks were so clearly nautical, particularly the second look. To your earlier point about the third look should be the one that like was really astonishing. She kind of did the second look as the more interesting one than the third one, but it was a really good number.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, and I like that as an AFAB queen, she had some references there to the fact that she has a vagina and like...
I was really into that.
Yeah,
And the whole pink thing, Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
And the pearl. I loved that as far as a concept.
The second look is definitely sort of the star of the show here. I've seen her wear that headpiece before, and I know those are Shams pants, and I've seen them before. And so, as exciting as the look is, it felt like I've seen it before, because I have.
Did it leave you clamoring for more?
No. That no was both an answer to your question.
I should have shelled out some money for that number.
I love your little pearls of wisdom. We're firing all of ourselves.
I feel like I had something on, but no. I clammed up, sorry. On the third look, I really, really love this headpiece. That's really cool. Yeah, I kind of wish that she tied in maybe a little bit on the bra, like have some pointy stuff on the bra, or like even the panties or something like that. Give me that poison sea urchin sort of thing.
I want to feel like it's dangerous to be near you.
Yeah, and the coat, I understood where she was going with the coat and everything, but kind of laid a little flat. I wanted it to be stiff. Like
so you're saying the coat was well hung, but not stiff enough for you?
Yeah, it was well hung, but you know, what's well hung if you can't get it up? Anyway.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. We have she did a whole clam thing. Yeah. Okay.
She
you know what?
These
jokes are right
orgasm on stage.
Yeah. It's right in front of us here. Okay.
Female orgasm. It's not like we say male orgasm.
She had an orgasm.
Yeah. She had a fabulous...
She had a gender-neutral orgasm.
Yes.
Gender-neutral.
Clamgasm.
A unisex orgasm.
Flip. 6, 7, 8. Oh.
The second look was such a high point that the third one was a little bit of a letdown. So she was kind of her own worst anemone.
I didn't see that coming. I wasn't prepared.
So next up, it's Marianne LAPUTAINE.
Yes, there we go.
So Marianne's roast look, yeah, like a lot of the roast looks, she looks good, but it's not exciting. Then with her performance look, doesn't obviously read a sea creature or anything, but it made sense with her performance.
And then do you want to talk about Cthulhu?
Cthulhu! I can't. This picture is so much. I love that she went for Cthulhu drag. It's not the most finished look, but it's still, just looking at it is fun.
I think Marianne should lean even more into this, like, Cthulhu type stuff. And I know she's definitely like she goes for weird and funny and gross sometimes and all that. Go 100% with it. You know, imagine if she had been like Cthulhu during the roast or something and all her jokes had been like weird sea-based.
Her entire roast, she was just
like,
I was so excited to see something so freaking bizarre because I go to drag shows because I want to see things that I haven't seen before and be challenged and intrigued. And I think you can point out like stuff where it doesn't look the most polished Cthulhu outfit, but the fact that there are nails on the tentacles and wings and tentacles on the face and all, like, it's, the effort is clearly there and the creativity is really exciting to me.
Yeah, the concept was definitely so much fun and I loved that. And there was a lot of tension and detail. The execution in general, not totally my favorite.
Flip. Bam.
No, I love Marianne, and I think she just is such a powerhouse. Yeah, just embrace the craziness and the chaos of it and keep going with it, because I love it.
Next up, we have Toast, who, unfortunately,
Yeah.
went home once again.
It was nice to have her back.
I think this is the best makeup I've ever seen on Toast. She looked amazing, in my opinion, and was the only one that really embraced the makeup aspect of the sea creature-ness. And I thought that she brought 3 really well-realized looks that were all somehow sea-themed. Her sea captain look, which was kind of a fun story. Her narwhal was super exciting, and even, honestly, just the way that she posed for this picture, it's like she knew what she was doing there. We've seen the umbrella tentacle jellyfish thing before, but she did a good job of it.
As you said, she does sort of bring the nautical flair to her roast outfit, which not a lot of people did. And I think that kind of the biggest moment of these looks is the last one, which I like because that's where I kind of want the focus to be.
I agree with that. Yeah, I wish for the roast one, I like that was the nautical sea captain. Well, like maybe something a little bit different than just that shirt. The makeup's really, really great. I love that. I think that was one of the things, that I really appreciated the most about this was that really going for kind of the more fanciful. But the second look is fun. Yeah, in that narwhal kind of way. And fun.
In that narwhal kind of way.
In that narwhal kind of way, And then this last look was just really fun. It was really cool. And
flip. I'm just being nice.
I'm just being a bitch, apparently. God damn it. My husband's dead, everyone.
So next up, we have Veronica Vandersnatch.
In our previous fashion photo reflu, I referenced that if Veronica came to the sea creature look with her same mug, I would be disappointed if Veronica comes to the next challenge with this mug. This is the challenge to show us that you can do something super bizarre. And she wore the same mug. And I want to clarify that I was harping on that because I know that she is so talented, and I felt a little robbed of the opportunity to see her really do an exciting, interesting makeup look. Just to go through the looks, I think her roast look, she looked beautiful. I thought her Michael Jackson Free Willy number was hilarious when she came out, but if you're judging purely based on the look, a men's white shirt and pants, it's not as exciting. And then I just don't think that the sea turtle thing came together.
First 2 looks are kind of whatever, they serve their purpose, but they're not terribly exciting. And then the third look, she's just been killing it so much in terms of her looks that this one was just very disappointing. Like, some of the ideas are clever, like that beer 6-pack ring thing, but if she had done it so that it stood out a little bit more.
You could barely see it because it's literally clear.
Yeah.
And it was...
I can tell from the...
Like, if it had been, like, bracelets where they were hanging off, like, you could have seen that more. Or if the fabric had been on, like, an actual, like, big round shell or something, like...
Yeah, I had to because I didn't know it was supposed to be sea turtle. I think that was the hardest thing for me. But yeah, I just wish it read that I could automatically recognize it. She's done some really, really detailed stuff, and particularly with her makeup before too, when she did the Winifred and the Baby Jane Hudson, she really embodied and went with the aesthetic of those. So yeah, I do agree with you, Majenta, that I would have liked to see pushed a little further. My thing with the Michael Jackson, I kind of wish she had not done kind of the drag queen pageant hair, because when I think of Michael Jackson in the Free Willy, I think of that kind of that, like, it's a little bit more stringy, wet. Like, if you're gonna go Michael Jackson, like, I don't know, I thought that would have been even funnier to me. I think she worries about really being polished and together, which I really appreciate, but sometimes letting down some of that can actually help you.
Boop. Fives across the board. I think all of us kind of agreed on the same thing, which is that, Veronica, you are very talented. We're very excited by you, but we want to continue to be excited and have, more surprises, more things that we haven't seen before. So our winning hand this week is... BINX! She won the challenge, she had great runway, she served, and she should be proud. Be sure to come to the next challenge on Tuesday, May 7th at Jacque's at 7 p.m. Hey, Georgia, I'm curious, if I'm watching this right now on YouTube, what should I do next?
You should, watch all the other videos again. Which you've already watched obsessively, we know. But then you should like this one and comment on this one and subscribe to our channel, which I know you already are, but you should do it again, create a new account and subscribe to it. And you should also share this video with all of your friends, family, anemones.
Keep your anemones close. Raquel, did you have a good time?
Yes, I did. I was so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me here.
It was so exciting to have you here.
Yes, I hope no one's mad at me. But if they
I
are,
can't imagine
whatever,
they will
I'm
be.
inheriting a lot of money from my husband.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.